Quality Care, where we treat you like family. 2 locations, open 7 days a week. Now, from your hometown news team in the heart of downtown Jackson, this is NBC 39 News at 10.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to NBC 39 News. I'm Meredith Mitchell. Josh has the night off. A string of car robberies have taken place in Milan over the past few days. NBC 39's Jackson Overstreet spoke with the chief of police on what you can do to better protect your belongings.
For the people of Milan, car thefts are not a typical concern, but for some residents earlier this week, that wasn't the case.
We took a total of 14 reports in 3 different neighborhoods.
Thanks to a tip, MPD has charged 2 teenagers with the robberies. Chief Bobby Sellers says that all the cars the kids hit had one common factor.
And just looking for vehicles that were unlocked. They open a vehicle, they pilfer through and get things that they think they can get money for pretty fast.
Chief Sellers says it's not out of the ordinary for many Milan residents to leave their cars unlocked at night.
Milan is a relatively safe town, but there's always somebody out there looking for easy prey.
According to Chief Sellers, the best way to secure your items of value in your car, like your phone or some loose cash, is to lock it away out of sight, either in your glove box or your truck.
Most of the time, they're not going to break into a vehicle that they don't see something they want. If you have valuables, at a minimum, put them in the trunk where they're out of view or take them in with you.
And most important, Milan Police Department asks, if you ever see something out of the ordinary, say something.
We encourage citizens, when they see something in their neighborhood, to call and let us check it out.
In Milan, for NBC 39 News, I'm Jackson Overstreet.
Now, your first weather.
Hey there, meteorologist Andrew Kozak here. Let's take a look at where we stood for today. Of course, we had the rain coming through, still seeing some showers and thunderstorms in the vicinity. The high was 86 with the normal, I should say the high was 87. The normal was 86. That was, of course, before the rain came through. Overnight low 71, kind of stuffy and muggy out there. 64, the normal low. Now, the precipitation amounts were much higher than the 0.03 of an inch. It really just depended on where you are, but some folks did get near the Jackson area over an inch of rain from some of those heavy and severe thunderstorms that we had. The good news is the severe weather overnight should come to an end. Tomorrow morning, cloudy skies, 70 degrees. We get up to 85 tomorrow, but not before we have a chance for a couple of thunderstorms again in the afternoon, although the scattered storm chances should diminish a bit tomorrow. Your Friday is not going to be too terrible. We may even have a few peaks of sunshine before all is said and done. Come back in just a little bit. We'll talk about the rest of your weekend, and I'll have the 7-day forecast, which includes the hottest air we've seen all season long. Want to stick around for that in your full forecast in just a bit.
Online shopping might soon cost you more money. Today, the Supreme Court ruled states can require online businesses to collect sales tax, even if that business doesn't have a physical footprint there. Drew Wilder is at the Supreme Court to explain what this means for you.
The Supreme Court is reversing more than half of a century of precedent, and it could come out of your pocket. The justices ruling today that states can force online retailers to collect state taxes from internet sales.
The internet has had an unfair comparative advantage against stores for a number of years, and it's really hurt Main Street, it's hurt large retailers, and it's just leveling the playing field. I think it's the right thing to do.
In a 5-4 ruling, Justice Anthony Kennedy sided with the state of South Dakota, writing that laws should reflect the 21st century, not the 19th. The court is reversing previous decisions dating back to the days when shoppers didn't swipe through computer screens, they flipped through catalogs. By one government estimate, states could stand to reap $8 to $13 billion in new revenue. Amazon.com and other big online retailers have already been collecting some state taxes, but smaller online companies are worried about calculating taxes for literally thousands of jurisdictions.
Creates chaos for small businesses all over America. The chaos of facing 46 individual audits from the states, plus a nearly unlimited number of audits from cities and towns that have their own taxing authority.
So while states are celebrating, online retailers are looking to Congress to change the laws to catch up with the internet age.
Chief Justice John Roberts said that was a decision that should have been made by Congress. And some changes will be coming to the Southern Legends of Music Museum at the Carnegie, thanks to some help from the state of Tennessee. The Tennessee Department of Tourism and Economic and Community Development presented a tourism enhancement grant worth $50,000 to the museum and the city of Jackson. The enhancement grant was started to help communities improve local infrastructure at tourist sites. The grant money will go to improving multiple aspects of the museum.
We're working on audio and visual assets that'll be in the training room, and then coming out to here in the main room, we're working on a performance stage and making sure that the acoustics and the sound and everything are set up to be top-notch, so we can also do performances.
This is part of the third round of tourism enhancement grants the state has given out since 2016. And the American Heart Association honored 2 heroes that saved a man's life. NBC 39's Camila Reda has the story.
If it wouldn't have been for nursing instructor Linda Hodges and head of sports medicine Cory Fletcher, who happened to be at the right place at the right time, Neil Smith might not be here today.
If the Freed Hardeman girls hadn't won the championship, I wouldn't have been there. Cody probably would have, but you know, I don't know what he'd have been doing.
Smith was taking laps around Freed Hardeman University when he suddenly collapsed.
I had walked about a half a mile, and the next thing I knew, I woke up on the concrete with people all around me, and they'd already brought me back to life.
When Hodges and Fletcher finally got to him, he had no pulse. But with the knowledge of CPR and a defibrillator, they were able to bring him back to life. Neil, along with the American Heart Association, presented awards to both Hodges and Fletcher to express their gratitude.
I love them. They'll be in my prayers the rest of my life.
The American Heart Association says not to be afraid to use a defibrillator because it could determine life or death. And they hope everyone takes a couple minutes to learn how to give CPR so they can be there for someone like Hodges and Fletcher were there for Smith.
CPR is really simple. You can go online and there are CPR cheat sheets everywhere, and I think everyone should know at least how to use it.
Smith jokes that the only problem is they cut through his red shirt. For NBC 39 News, I'm Camila Rueda.
VFW Post 6496 is inviting the public out for a benefit concert. For the concert, the Post is hosting the Memphis Jones Trio on Saturday, June 30th. The trio is famous for playing music made famous from the Mississippi River Delta. The funds from the benefit will go to help improve the Post as well as to be used for the aid veterans across Madison County. For lead singer Memphis Jones, getting to help give back to the veteran community here in Jackson is why he wanted the band to perform.
The men that are represented here at the VFW, they've exemplified love in the biblical sense, where Jesus said the greatest love a man has is that he lay his life down for his friends. And so to get to come and honor the names that are represented on the walls here and honor the lives that were given so that we can raise our families the way that we see fit, it's humbling and it's a huge honor.
The concert will be from 7 to 9 on the 13th, and the tickets will cost $30 per person. They can be purchased at the VFW Post 6496. For a full list on how to reserve tickets, tables, you can visit our website at WNBJTV.com. Well, July 4th, just around the corner, and according to AAA, more people than ever are planning to travel over the Independence Day holiday. NBC's Liz McLaughlin has more on what you can expect and how to prepare.
If you're planning to take a trip over the July 4th holiday, you're not alone.
Pack your patience because there are a lot of people that are going to be joining you, even if you're traveling by air or if you're hitting the road.
AAA forecasts a record number of people traveling this year, nearly 2.5 million more than last year. With July 4th landing on a Wednesday, AAA expects the worst congestion on what they're calling Terrible Tuesday. Travel times are expected to double in major metro areas on July 3rd, with the worst traffic in the afternoon. Motorists should also anticipate bumps in the road. AAA is expecting more than 350,000 will need roadside assistance over the holiday.
Make sure your car is road trip ready, so check your batteries, check for engine leaks, and check your tires.
It's also a good idea to pack an emergency kit with tools, snacks, water, and supplies in case anything does go wrong. Some good news for road trippers, gas is only expected to go up a few cents for the July 4th holiday, but still lower than the prices were over Memorial Day weekend. Hotels and car rental prices are slightly higher than this time last year, but airfares are the lowest they've been in 5 years, leading a record number of travelers to hit the skies.
Make sure you get to the airport a little bit earlier because you can expect long lines.
Leave plenty of cushion for travel time so you can get to your destination smoothly and enjoy your freedom from home this Independence Day.
The most popular destinations over the Independence Day holiday are Orlando, Florida, and Anaheim, California, where major theme parks are a big draw for tourists. Coco the gorilla, who knew sign language and opened the minds and hearts of millions of people through her capacity for language and empathy, has died at the age of 46. The Gorilla Foundation said the western lowland gorilla died in her sleep at their preserve in California's Santa Cruz Mountains on Tuesday. Coco was born at the San Francisco Zoo in 1971, and Dr. Francine Patterson began teaching her sign language. The gorilla mastered sign language, raised kittens, and once playfully tried on the glasses of the late actor Robin Williams. And still to come on NBC 39 News Live at 10, questions remain about what the U.S. policy dealing with migrant families looks like after the president's executive order. The controversial policy has sparked debate and outrage nationwide as the administration grapples with how to move forward.
Before the rain came in, those temperatures today got up into the 80s. Tomorrow, a little cooler across the area and then a big warm up. Stay with us. Your forecast is on its way.